Hello, everyone. I see some of you there. Welcome to Second Touch. I didn't think I was going to make it today, but I made it home. I had obligations that lasted longer than I literally just got home, but I'm here so we can have a conversation. For some reason, my some of the time my information is cut off for some reason. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's good to be here to have a conversation with you tonight. I hope all is well. I hope most of your days are going well. But welcome to Second Thought Africa Reimagine. Um, I want to have a conversation with you tonight. I'm not in the hyper mood uh, like usually I am, but I wanted to ask. In fact, Tuesday, let me just let you know, one of my lawmakers and former lawmakers from my particular district will be on this platform talking about the democratic process, why vote, why it's important to get out and vote. And if you do not vote, does not mean the democracy stop because you do not vote. When you do not vote, you indirectly vote for the things that you don't want. Okay, so she's going to be here, American politician. For me, my schedule does not really allow me to go to a lot of the rally, but I'm here. Next week, Saturday, there will be an event here in Norcross. If you are interested going to listen to hear what is going on, I will invite you to come, especially those of us who are in this country. Now, let me say, those of you who are coming, welcome. I will talk for a moment and I will acknowledge a few of you who are on here, making your way out here. So, and say thank you. So, if you're here, please share and thank you and follow us on Second Thought and share with your friends. Invite somebody. Okay. I'm here to talk about moving people. We wonder, a lot of people wonder we are gone. There were people who have plans after we leave. There were other people who did not have plans, but the goal was literally, hey, Catherine, move where. And you know what I've learned over the years is whenever you make decision based on emotions, based on whether it's you're overly happy or you're infatuated or you're afraid, most of the time, if you make decision based on fear, you're going to be wrong. So my question now tonight to all of us is, what is the plan for job creation and a functional system for all Liberians? I'm a little perplexed. I'm one of those people who were not sure, based on information I gather, that Gloria Musu Scott was guilty. But I wanted her to be proven beyond all reasonable doubt, because the burden of proof is on the accused, not the one that is called guilty. For in the last government, we were told with the same justice and chief justice that they had enough evidence to convict her. Now we get a new government that tell us they don't have enough evidence to convict her. Just as we had 100 million worth of drugs came into the country with the intervention of the American people. It was collected. The drug disappeared. Those who brought the drugs, they said there was not enough evidence. There are over 300,000 Liberian people. We're not talking about the clean clothes drug head. Okay, we're talking about beat down, future threatened, young, old people, over 300,000 on drug and content every day. Then you have over 3.5 million, according to the United Nations, and last year. You have 6 million, in fact, 5 point some more million people, and 3.5 million of your population cannot afford $1.90 a day to eat. So what is the goal for us? I see the very people that, what, 16 billion landed in their hand. They turn around, they borrow over 800 million, almost another billion, that's 17 billion adding. Then the 5+ million, 500 million every year for 12 years. Nothing changed, not much. But here we are. Here we are. It's 2024. 21 years later, we're still going in circle, still in the same doldrum. Old faces back, new singers, new musicians, new dancers, younger and younger dancers. Yeah, we are. Because we wanted the devil that we know. Because we made decisions based on emotions. You know, I hear people calling and say, we are coming back, we are coming back. I can't put anything past Liberians, because in 2017, Liberians said, They could never vote for a UP-led government based on what happened to them. How the nation was dirty, how the children were being raped, how the people were corrupt, how they were drugging their children or sodomizing the young boys for scholarship. I didn't say it. The name they gave me was across the street to Susanna. Today, we voted the very people. And not holding them accountable to deliver, not asking them for what the plans are, but we're dancing. They have fortified the people, put them on Facebook. The moment you say something, they come to campus. Just as the people before. But I'm going to continue this. What is the plan for all of us? We have waited for government. It has not worked. We continue to wait. It has not worked. And I don't think it's going to work. So we as Liberians who have been blessed enough to have left the country. I'm talking about people who were in government, stole their money, build their 5 and 3 and 4 stories that they're using the money and acting. Most of them, if you go back to the back when they have came with nothing, they work for government, they got their stolen money and they build what they build and they're acting that they got something. They created nothing. It don't matter if they're boys, they're girls, or they're female or they're male. I'm talking about people who have worked hard, who understand what it's like to work hard, who understand ethics, who understand morality, who have certain value, okay, code that they live by. What is our goal? How do we intend to change our country? I'm not an army person, so I'm not thinking any military style. So if that, they'll take me out of it. Oh, I see a lot of people. Okay. I see Sis Regina, I see Steve, I see Paul. All of you welcome. What is the plan? You know, for all I know, all of the nations that have changed, even in this United States, there were a lot of slave owners who were very powerful, had money, but they could not change this country. Hey, James, they could not change this country. As much money as Bill Gates has, he can't change this country because he don't have enough money to take care of everybody. But he's doing his small part. So I'm not here long tonight. The question that begs an answer is, those of us who have been blessed, you know, and tonight I'm just gonna take it slow. When you live long enough, there are 3 things that will happen. When you have hope for something to change, and you are giving everything that you have for it to change, and you don't see the possibility, some people compromise. Like most Liberians who maybe have been hopeful, maybe they work diligently, they will give in. I'm getting old, nothing is happening, so I may as well join. Some will continue to fight to their last breath. Some will stand their ground. I'm one of those people that will stand my ground and take the higher road and continue to take it. Hey, Mo. But it behooves us who know better to start strategizing. What is the way forward? But here it is, though. Based on study, these have proven records, data and statistics. For any nation to prosper, the politics cannot be more than the industries. If the politics is more than the industry, that nation is doomed. And the nation that wants to change must be intentional with their change. Number one, they must invest in the human capital. When I sit here and listen and somebody call and say, there are 15,000 teachers in Nimakande, they are volunteer. Then you start retrospecting when we were around in Nimba, where you see children, they say no school, but they're working on teacher farm. This happened when I was a child, maybe when my father was a child. And in 2023, it is still happening. How can those who are supposed to shape your nation, because they're the one, the brain builder of your nation, the nurture of your nation, in respect to competition, brain-wise, you can pay the people to teach them. This is not a Weah'S problem. This is not a Weah'S problem. This is not even a Dole problem. This has been. What is the way forward? What is the plan? It behooves us to stop singing battle cries. Stop the worship. You see, one man can be a millionaire in Liberia. It does not give the whole Liberia respect. 5% can be millionaires in Liberia, and the rest of them are hungry. They still look at us, look down at us, because we cannot feed ourselves. If you put a truck in the middle of Broad Street and say, we'll get all of your green card to go to America, mothers will kill their children trying to get on the bus. Father will do the same. Brothers will pull their brothers and sisters down, or maybe trample over them to go to another country. What is the way forward? How do we add value to our country? I'm watching everyone that you cried for yesterday. That weren't good. I watched the young people coming back to sing song for them. And I'm looking and are you for real? You know, back when Matthew said something, I will repeat this. He said, Liberians are not people to die for. I wouldn't want to believe it, but where we are headed, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I'm watching justice play with. I'm watching lies. People lie without conscience. But there's a story that goes. We need to remember it is not you that the people are respecting. It is not you that the money is going to. It is the position that you're in. And that position was given by the people. And the very people have the power to take the position away. I'm going to speak this to Omen Boaka. I know you're too big now to listen. 12 years in power. 6 years, nobody knew your name to call you to go speak anywhere. 6 years, you have to go beg Weah to keep you alive. 6 years, you were crying that you live unknown. 6 years, you have to even beg for the car that you have to ride. Today, you have everybody coming around you. The very people that you said feel Liberian people, you're bringing them back. And their new sets of dancers and singers Today, I watched a young man, and I'm going to speak to this, and I always spoke to this. Yesterday morning, I woke up to that, who decided, some of you young people, you will attack people, you will insult them. Let me say this to all of you. Any young person who have ever followed me, I have never, ever in my lifetime encouraged you to insult people or call people names. I've always said, stay with the issue. Because what I wouldn't want for my children to do, put their life or their future in jeopardy. It is for me. Thank you. Welcome, Lofa. It is for me to protect my children's future, enough for them to protect me. If you stay with the issue, you can say whatever you want to say without being insulting. Yes, I have gave other descriptive now before adjective of Papier Boaka, and I have evidence. One thing that your Liberian people need to understand: age does not give you automatic respect. Respect is earned. Some of you who, as I know, a lot of you love Socrates and all of these people, but read the philosophy of Confucius. If you are a father that wants your children to take care of you, you must invest in that child. To give it everything you have. In return, there's nothing guaranteed. But because you have taught that child the responsibility of that child will turn around and take care of you. They call it a father and son relationship. All right? For confusion, read that. If you are a leader, you want to be respected, you must respect the people you are leading, because you must respect them. You know, when Yaka and CDC people were going at it, all of you people were clapping for Yaka, including me. And I'm still clapping for him. When Yaka was running campaign and some of y'all were in your comfortable houses, Yaka said to y'all, if y'all don't follow and Alex CDC, I will come back and do the CDC. Y'all said it was okay. All of a sudden, you're calling Yaka name. One thing I've come to realize is most Liberians are not sincere. Most, or at least those that are visible. The wicked are brave and very united and strong in their wickedness. And majority of the good are just laid back. They're like, oh, well. And then which way we will go. And the few that are brave enough, being united is very difficult. But the wicked are very united in their wickedness. It makes it very difficult to penetrate. One thing, though, that I always say about Yaka, he's consistent. Consistently consistent. Then I will come by my Lofa Julia voice. We knew this was not going to happen. Fight and take the risk. We told Yaka too. Take the risk. Don't go back there. They're not going to be any different. Exactly what we said. Monkey don't leave his black cat. I'm not here long tonight. I just here to talk to you a little bit. Okay. To keep my promise. What are I see everybody dancing on Facebook? They move so and so people on payroll. They move that person on payroll. They move that person on payroll. If actually people are on payroll illegally, why don't you just, when you take them out, why are you not prosecuting them? Okay? Why are you not prosecuting them? What are you? The judge, the executioner, and the jury? I am able to, when we started this journey, For me, I've advocated for 40 some more years. All right. And I pride myself on that. Speaking up since I was a kid, 13 years old. I will continue to speak. I will stay in my lane. I will speak my truth. That's what I would do. But here you are. And I keep saying, some of the young people in Liberia lie to us while we supported them. They had a plan. Get out of the country, go to school. They will come 6 years, they will destroy completely. The moment we show up, they will elect us too, so we can eat our own while they eating in different bowls. If the only reason that you were yelling is because you were not on the table to divide the flesh and blood of Liberian people, because that's what you're doing. Corruption has killed more people in Liberia than the war has killed. It has sabotaged more lives than the war has done. How is that? That a young person will leave Liberia in 3-4 years if they're willing to work hard and their life change overnight. That in their own country, that they can find a breakthrough. You have children running from place to place, getting degrees. They can't find a job. And those that you ask to get them job, they don't want to work. They want to get you money. They want to lie. They want to take you like they're smart. Most of them that we contact don't want to work. They want you to take $100, $200, $50. The moment you talk to a young Liberian and say, I want a reporter, the first thing they will tell you, they're on Facebook, hold you. They ain't get phone. You must buy them phone. You buy them phone. The next time they will start asking all the other problems that they have. And then they disappear and go somewhere else. You know, the other day, Andre Jallo called me. My husband was me in the car. I pick up the phone. And we were talking. And I told her, I said, you introduced this young man to me. The young man said he didn't have phone. He didn't have, he's a journalist, but he was using his girlfriend's phone. I bought him a phone. This dude will make a post with my own phone for community whistle and tag me on it. Never worked for me one day after I gave. And even when he went to Monrovia, pay his way. And you thought you were using us. I'm right back to work. In fact, I got an increase in salary. I may get some more in the fall. Hey, Brother Billy. And I always told the young people that I know, even here, you can say whatever you want to say. You don't have to be insulting. And what we have now learned is government go, government comes. The position you are in is there because the people give it to you. The people are the power broker. The people are the one that have the power, but it also comes this way. Politics is the shell of the medicine in the capsule. When the capsule, in that capsule, you have the economy, you have the security, you have how the people are fed, you have wellness, you have all of these things in that capsule. But the shell, it will hold it together. If people want to come to your country to do business, they will research the political environment. I don't have to tell them. They do their own research. You got a Freedom House that have the Democratic Index, how democracy work in other countries and do comparable. The very Freedom House collect data and statistics on all of the world. The most democratic country in the world, especially in Asia, even more democratic than America, South Korea has the highest education rate, or not education, but literacy rate. You refuse to educate our people. You and your people still have your international school, you send your children to it. You will pack up your children when they finish and send them all around the world to go to some of the best schools. I see some of you parading all over on Facebook, acting like you got something, stolen money, bear rulers. And you keep lying to our people. How in hell you tell me agriculture is your niche, but you put $8 million for agriculture for 5 million people, but you got 100 million for you alone security? And Liberian people, you're okay with that? Security, you alone security, over 100 million. How do we intend to thrive? How much job has the new government created for us? You know, when I was watching the Democratic convention, everyone that spoke over there was a character witness to what Joe Biden did. Kamala roles that she had played. If they were speaking to his character, what he gave up for his country. Even me, who sometimes support Democrats, when they had that debate with Donald Trump, I didn't say one word. I could not talk. And we're not going to give them a dime. I support Republican, both Republican. I'm an independent, both Republican and Democrat, depending on if their value align with one, especially where I stay. I see Liberians. I mean, the one we're talking, I don't get to call people fake, but so-called religious people who their biggest religious problem is somebody gay, somebody have abortion, but you gossip, you lie, you fornicate, you commit adultery, okay? You bad people who do wrong, who molest people, children, who steal in your country. But that is not seen. All the that shall not in the book is included in that. That shall not lie is there. That shall not cover that neighbor is there. Blasphemy is there. Jealousy is there. Envy is there, which is the nastiest of all of the 7 deadly sins. Greed is on there. Taking things that does not belong to you is there. But we said, how in heaven you can't tell me, Trump, that Republican? Which Republican is he? The one that hates you? Do you hate yourself that much? I will go for the greater goods of the nation, for my brown and black people. That's what I will. We keep lying to ourselves as Liberians. But I come back to say, to us, Weah has left. What is the plan for all of us? How do we intend to change this country? Most people talk about functioning system until they become the system. Then that don't matter anymore. I, Yasendi Martin, will never, ever advise any child that I care for. Because I will never have my children. Okay? To get on any social media and talk to other people, especially to adults, the way they will now. Let me come here and talk today. Me, who said in here? Although he apologized. After that called me a bitch before on Facebook. In fact, he wrote it. Lofa Julius is here. Kiatama called him and said, my man, take that thing down. Since Yasendi is all of our sister. All right? A lot of people call him. when where you need Yaka was running over, going back and forth with the CDC people. When he was speaking for UP, all UP people were here clapping for him. When he promised all of us, I will support you. But when you do what CDC did, I will come for you. The quiet freedom of speech, and you accepted it. When you accepted for him to be on your campaign trail, when you accepted for him to speak for you, when you accepted for him to stand up for you, you agreed to his terms and his condition. But I will say again to Liberian young people, it is your duty to protect your future, because those you're speaking for, their and their children's future will be protected. Everything you see is temporary. Everything is temporary. The people hold the answer. The stealing we fought against yesterday is still going on. The killing we talked about yesterday is still going on. And now people not talking. People are embarrassed to speak. The second month, a man was beaten to death in his own house, right there in Coward. By Mary Bura and her group, they say LEC. Every day you wake up, somebody is being shot by police, broad daylight. Body found everywhere. Oh, they committed suicide. A man commits suicide. Even if we are not logical, even if we are dumb, if everybody think we're dumb, how does a man commit suicide? He's standing up on his foot, but rope on his neck, and he's standing. His foot is on the ground. There's no height, no impact. Thank you, Win. Okay? There's no height, no impact. The press people, most of them show up and say, oh, they say the man committed suicide. But you are see there. You see the man. He's standing up on both legs. No impact, no height, nothing. His neck is broken. He's standing on both feet. And you say he commits suicide. But you can let me say to your young people, I know the way to prominence in Liberia. One is stealing, is lies, loudness, insults, and stealing, and even killing. Because majority of our people in our government, they kill us. They kill people. You know, the other day I listened to my papa Prince Johnson talking. You know, you can go to a church to talk trash. He says somebody from some radio station was on your knee and say he was a killer. Papa, that's true. You're a killer. You're my papa, but you're a killer. Dala, you're a killer. You kill on live TV. I don't want to know your justification. Those that kill and kill on live TV, when they put the people on fire in squad, they show it. We watch it. I was a kid. I was not even a teenager. I was a child when they were the placard are all over on the black and white TV. Liberia is a killer country. And we are roguish. But in the end, that the country we have, those of us who have made it to some degree, you may not be a millionaire. But when you get paid, you can have maybe $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000 left over. We can come together and do something. It would take us, the new Myers. It would take us. One thing though that I'm not doing, I'm not just taking my money and putting in people's hands. I did that for 6, 7 years. I doubled it, running from village to village. Me and mosquitoes being friends. Me and mosquito ain't been friends for years. Staying in villages, sitting in the dark, crossing river on logs. So I'm going to call a night. If you're a young person in Liberia, if you got problem with somebody, personally have a conversation with that person. Do not put your neck on the line to protect other people. If those people, children, are not out here fighting for them, if those people, children, not out here cussing people, you should not be the one cussing people. Hey, Sneaky. Belly, I know. I see the children and the nephew and nieces taking picture and posting it. We are collecting record on them. All of them are on the radar. You know, I said the other day on one of the show, and somebody I call and say, Liberian are tribal. The reason Liberian people voting for Prince Johnson because he a Gill man, because he's this. No, it's because you people continue to discriminate. We have supported people with the smallest population in Liberia to become leaders. I was president for this community. I have people who went against me only because I was from Nimakante. I didn't do anything. We have people who show up to give us money to build this community. You know, I listened to Leo Johnson the other day, and his message was profound. So I said what I needed to say. I'm going to go eat. I got work tomorrow. Let me say to you, all of you, young people, choose your battle and choose them wisely. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't make for nothing enemy. Don't. If you want to defend me, you don't have to. You don't have to curse nobody. You can make your point. You know, when George Weah didn't get job to Obe, and not just only that, Dana, what was name? Maximilian. She was at the airport. She was one of the manager at the airport when we firstly took over. That lady used to make it her business to curse me every day. In fact, to the point that one day she called me, my family was dysfunctional. In fact, how my father died, I was ashamed. I didn't go back to visit. She didn't know my father died right here in my arms, in my house, in the room right here. In fact, I took my father to the hospital when he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. He had no time to live. I sent for my older sister to get visa to come to the US to help me because I was in school. I was working downtown for a financial institution. Okay. And I could not take care of my father by myself. And then my little sister came from Arkansas and joined me. And my baby sister and I took my father about it to Liberia. She didn't know. And I told her, the word Liberia is synonymous with dysfunction. Okay. Obe have make a picture of her. He posted on Facebook. I called Obe and said, no, take it down. I'm saying this to say I'm a woman who advocate for other women. I see a lot of Liberian women on Facebook just going at it. It breaks my heart. Some do it for the few dollars that they give them because they never seen that kind of money before. It's okay. But it's degrading. It leaves you nothing. Once those video gets out, they never come back. It's out. But I will come back again. Liberia is our country. Some of us are getting too old. I don't intend to compromise. You know, I have people call me when Boaka took over. If the papi offer you a job, will you take it? I'm not looking for a job. I'm not looking for a job. What I said 6 years ago, I'm still saying it 7 years ago. My baby is in high school. I want to see her go to college. I want to see her first 2 years of college. I want to see how she does. I want to live to see everything that I was not, that she becomes that. That is my job. And I always told all of you, if I want a job in Liberia, I will go directly to the people of Liberia and I will ask them to let me be their voice. All right. If they grant me that, I will be their voice. But to work for somebody and be at the mercy of someone is something I don't want to do at this point. That's not what I want to do. If I decide, for instance, there go my son, Sriki. Sriki is school. He has finished Sriki. Let me first of all say congratulations. We are super, super proud of you. Sriki went to to Rwanda. Okay. Since he got there late, he had to go to the summer school to be able to finish his first year. Liberia, the children will be closing school, opening it, closing school, opening it. You got I listened to this young man who said for some reason there were glitch in the system and his grades were transposed. And to get his grades done had become a problem. He's supposed to be graduating. And now it looks like he cannot graduate. And everybody telling him, in what country? Now the question I'm going to ask Liberian children, at your institution, do you grade your teachers? Do you have time to do a survey to give grades to your teacher? Do you rate your professors? Because we do here. Even my children in middle school, we have counselor. They have place that they can go and speak. Okay? So I'm asking the question, how does that work? So the students are just at the mercy of the professors or the instructors? How do the teacher the student get recourse? Do they? Are they able to? And here I am, folks. I have said enough one night. Again, I had a long day. I have a long day tomorrow too. I gotta be to class early in the morning. I need to rest so I can get some sleep because we have pictures day tomorrow. Picture day for the year for educators. So let me go make sleep so I can make pretty and then go to school tomorrow. But hear what I would say to you, young people. Guard your name, guard your future, guard your integrity. Okay? With all you have. Y'all remember what your name? My Jabate. Last year, he was cussing me. He will come to America and shoot me in the head. I will tell you, if the U.S. government give my Jabate visa and something happened to me, my family will sue the U.S. government. He not coming here. He said he was with Russian and to take care of Yeke. He not coming here. Maybe he will go to United Nations, just like we are. United Nations, that country by itself. 26-mile radius, that way he will stay. But he will not come to America and get the freedom to move around. Everything you write on social media, young people, be careful. That's what I'm telling you. I'm finishing here. Young people in Liberia, take your time where you write on social media. The people you're fighting for, you don't see the children on social media fighting. You don't see them cussing people. Even if they come, they're moderate in their approach. Just like Waka children used to be on Facebook. They did. When you were cussing, we are. And you were calling, we are banning. Just like Waka, some were working for we are and making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Look, Billy, we'll talk this weekend. We have some time off, and the young people will talk to them. I see you're amplifying people. You're putting million people phone to cuss. If you don't see and don't sacrifice for a better future, and your eyes are full with the little you have, If you're only humble because you don't have, and the moment you get a moment, you get arrogant, then you were never really a humble person. You know, somebody said, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being poor? Because they say everything have advantage and disadvantage. When you're poor, the advantage is you're fake. I would say my Donald Trump was fakely a humble person. You have humility, but most of you don't. The only thing that you act like you are humble is because you don't have. But the moment you see just the light of thing that you think something is coming, you become arrogant, rude, disrespectful. You grow weak. But I'm gonna always come back. And some of you young people that people are giving drugs to in like bread to sell. Sooner or later, you will start taking the drugs too. Young people, I made it my way to come today. Hey, brother Christian. Yes, United Nations are country by itself. Even Fidel Castro, where the Ghani that used to bring when Gaddafi used to bring a tin and say you don't want to go in the building because you don't trust it and camp in the park. United Nations are country by itself. It's its own country. Okay? The only thing you can land on in New York airport, but it's its own country. That is the truth, bro. You know that. All right. So again, let me say to all of you, I came on purposely to say, many people say, you know, the Liberian people will say your mother that you mother. That's not true. I've seen some mothers, if that only biology, who murder their children, who don't spend time with it. Yes, 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 Kotoma, welcome. All right. But when you have parents that will stop and think about you and give you stupid advice, just listen. They care for you enough and watching out for you. All of us here, we're in our 50s, in our 60s. That's not your job to protect us. Yes, thank you. It is our job to protect you. Young people, protect the future, your life. Be far-sighted about it. If somebody want you, the things that their children can do in respect to telling you to jeopardize yourself, that's not loyalty. So I'm gonna go eat my topogi. I'll cook it myself. But I said three things. In fact, four. We, the Liberian, have been blessed. We have a responsibility to come together, to strategize and see how we can change some things because it's not happening. Weah has gone. I don't see any plan to create jobs. I don't see anything called equitable justice. I don't see it. I don't see any relief for our people. So we now have the responsibility. I also spoke to Papi Boaga. You are getting invitation or buying invitation to go places because you have the title. The moment that title leaves, everything leaves. You of all people will know. For 6 years, you knew that. Nobody invited you anywhere to speak anywhere. You have to go back. We have to send you to the hospital to get your car. You say you were only receiving 800, so you were living on loan. Now everybody singing your praises. Kotoma and I will talk. I started yesterday. I was busy. I had a curriculum night tonight, so I didn't call him yesterday because I needed to get something in place. I will talk to him. He will listen. Ayo Oma. Liberian live to regrets. And they will tell you they didn't know. They knew. They moved the way they did that, they thought they were going to be there, and they didn't end up there. They knew. So all of you, I've done what I need to do. I think I spoke. All right. Next Thursday, Lofa, you need to join me. I gotta talk to you, say Lofa. Lofa, you get the stuff to my manager. I hope you give it to my manager because I got text from him. So please give it to him. Yeah. So I'm gonna say to all of you, when you're looking for a leader, you need someone with a vision. In a world that the country needs to be built, you need somebody that can roll up their sleeves and they can work 12, 14, 16 hours a day. That's how you build a nation. You have to have a plan and you have to work diligently to bring that plan to fruition. You need someone who has a vision, not talk, not sweet mouth. We fill ourselves. You want a Liberia that is better than Rwanda or like Rwanda? You will have to create it. You have to earn it. You have to be intentional about it. You have to fight for it. Nana, the international community must come to our rescue. The international community must come to our rescue. That's ludicrous. When you sound like that, you sound like a slave or man who is tied up and cannot free himself, cannot even scream for himself, waiting for another man to come and free him. Shame on us. All day long degree. The new thing on Facebook, everybody doing are going to this. Liberia got enough judges. Liberia got enough politicians. Liberia got enough lawyers. Sooner or later, it'll be too for far. Liberia need engineers. Liberia need plumbers. Liberia need more bricklayers. Liberia need more agriculturalists. Liberia need people who understand AI, technology, infrastructure, system infrastructure. People who understand computer science, hydraulic science. People who understand biomedical engineering. People who understand biodiversity, how it works. That way, like people need architects, engineers of different kinds, medical doctors. That way, like we need teachers, qualified teachers, and well paid too, to change our country. You see, when Saudi Arabia, we used to call it the desert kingdom, when they were coming to terms, and when they found out oil were in Saudi Arabia, and they knew oil is not a lifetime stuff, they thought the king thought I will come up with a vision. We will invest in tourism, and for us to be successful, we will take 10 to 20 years. The first thing that we invest in our population. We will bring in teachers from all over the world with different languages. What's the most popular and wealthy nation in the world where they speak English? My grandpa used to say English. All right. So they started hiring American teachers on 3 years contract, 6 years to build their own capacity, human capital. The one with a master's degree started teaching those with bachelor's degree. The one with master's degree that they needed. They started sending them all over the world to get a PhD so they can be able to teach their population. They have people that speak German, that speak uh, 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 English. Most Saudi Arabians speak English, especially people in higher power. The 20 years they spend today, everybody destination, that's Saudi Arabia. Master going there. Thank you, Paul. So we must be intentional. But those of us, I give advice to my Papa Boaka, I give it to the young people, I give it to us who are here today. We need to come together. Paul, I will need you to join me. Let's start brainstorming. How do we change our country? How do we become the people in Iowa, in Arkansas? How do we do that? How do we put our low resources together to change our nation? I'm a little perplexed. I don't see it. And I also said, if I want to be in Liberian government, I will ask the people to empower me. If they want me to, they will. If they don't, they don't. That's how I see it. But tonight, next Saturday, I've been talking back to Paul and a few people. We'll see next Thursday, what do we do? And we'll see what we can do and start thinking on how do we create, bringing our ideas together, rolling up our sleeves and making do. They call it make do. The American people say, pull up ourselves by our bootstraps. That's what we need to do. Hey, James. Welcome. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. You're good now you're here. I went find something to eat so I can go sleep. Tomorrow, we'll get that picture day. Even the educator have picture day. I won't do picture day. Thank you, love. Thank you. I just want you to watch out for your future. I love my children, especially those that are pull out, and I have to watch out for them. Okay? I will talk to you later. Y'all good night. Yeah. Billy, we'll talk over the weekend. This time we'll talk. I got long weekend. We'll talk. There's something I'll need to talk to my little group there too. So yeah. Thank you. And you know that song by Taquan J, they lie to us. They didn't lie to us. We lie to ourselves. Y'all lie to yourselves. Most of y'all knew the truth, but y'all lie to yourself. The thing is, we want to hold people accountable. We, the people, must look within ourselves and say why we keep doing the same thing and anticipating different results. So all of us have to look within ourselves. Wherever you want it badly. You will fight for it. We do it here. We get up every morning. You want a good life. You want to live in a good community. After getting solid education, you still got to work. You still got to roll out your sleeves. Okay? If you want to get on the plane, whenever you want to get on the plane, you want to buy, they got a car, you could have, it's your choice. You don't have to, but you have to earn it. If we want Liberia change for majority of the population, we have to be intentional about it. And we must find a visionary who is willing to roll up their sleeve and match the energy of the people and lead by example. That's what we need. You have a good night. I'm out now. Good night, everyone.